In this video we're going to talk about Deji versus Alex Wassabi. The first half of this video is going to be recorded before the fight had actually been done, and the second half will be after the fight.
Alex, I'll start with you. What are you seeing in the eyes and the demeanor of Deji?
Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty confident. I'm excited about it because he looked like that in the other fights, but he didn't really back it up. But this time, I think that I might get to fight the actual Deji.
Yeah, obviously in his last two fights against Vinny Hacker and Jake Paul, he obviously lost, so 2 L's. But then going into this fight, he's probably more sort of like determined to get a victory under his belt because he hasn't won before.
What do you see in Alex?
Honestly, a lack of confidence and underestimating me.
I think I prepared for you to be the best that you are going to be, and that's what I believe you will be.
I don't think you have.
What? Prepared?
Yeah.
I've been training every single day. I've been training before you even asked me to box you. I was training.
Okay, well, we'll see March 5th.
You can see the divide between the two. Deji's obviously saying he thinks Alex hasn't really prepared a lot. He doesn't expect much of Deji, that he's just going to be a walkover, but then Alex comes back and says, nah, he's actually prepared and trained hard. I guess given the fact Alex hasn't had a fight before, I guess maybe that's why Deji was assuming Alex didn't put the correct amount of work and effort going into the fight.
I have a question. So why did you ask me to fight?
I don't know, I guess you wanted to fight JJ, didn't you? But
Yeah, then I got to know boxing and the weight classes, but we're more of a match, yeah.
But now you can't back out now, so
Yeah.
I just want to fight you, really.
They're both obviously eager to get in the ring, and I guess Deji was saying Alex kind of wimped out in terms of fighting his brother.
What would you rate Jake boxing-wise, from 1 to 10?
I'll give him a solid 8.
Okay.
8, 9, yeah.
Obviously Jake Paul was one of Deji's previous opponents. Even though Deji lost, I mean, he was obviously the underdog. He was shorter, weighed less, I'm pretty sure. He still held up a good fight, a lot better than most people expected. I think the fight finished in the 5th round, so he went a pretty long way.
You've come here for a fight. When you look at Deji now, do you think the Deji that you wanted is going to show up on Saturday night?
I think 100%. I think it's going to be a battle. Inevitably, I'm going to win, but I think it's not going to be easy.
Obviously there, Alex was expecting Deji to put up a good fight. Given the fact that it's Deji's 3rd time boxing, you'd expect that he's gotten better and he's improved now compared to when he first started out. You can see that even though Alex thinks Deji will be pretty good in the fight, he also thinks that he himself is going to come out on top. He seems very confident.
Deji,
Yes.
what version of you do you think, or do you know, is going to turn up on Saturday?
The version of me that's going to turn up is the version that's going to destroy Alex.
Deji also shares just as much, if not more, confidence than Alex. They both want to beat each other, they both want to win.
So for the last 5 weeks, you've been going hard?
I've been going hard since my last fight with Vinny, because that was a fight I should have won.
Deji was pissed off when he lost his previous match, so now he's more determined to win his next fight. The second part of the video is after the fight. After it was obviously announced Alex Wassabi had won.
Delighted to be joined by your winner, Alex Wassabi. Just talk to us about how delighted you are right now.
I am delighted, yes.
Obviously just coming off the back of that win is going to uplift you, make you feel happy.
You're in the UK though, so you never know what's going to happen. Talk to us through the fight. Obviously, went to decision. When the final bell went, how were you feeling?
When the final bell rang, I kind of blacked out. It was all muscle memory. I was ultra instinct in it. I was going plus ultra. I don't know what was happening.
When the boxing match comes to a close, it's probably going to be a flurry of emotions like going through your head. You're not going to be entirely sure what's actually going on because you've just finished a really exhausting fight.
I was just very frustrated because he was holding me so much and I couldn't get anything on the inside, and I really wanted to work on the inside because I worked on it a lot, but he wouldn't let me, and I just got frustrated and I ended up throwing him a little bit. The ref called me out on it.
So he was saying that he was trying to do what he practiced beforehand, but he couldn't actually manage to pull it off, getting kind of pissed off and stuff. Obviously, yeah, the more you prepare going into the fight, the better, but I guess in this situation he wasn't able to execute what he had planned. And then after, obviously, he was saying he resorted to some underhand techniques on Deji, just purely out of frustration.
I knew that it was going to be close because I'm not in my homeland. I'm in a foreign land, and Deji's really loved, so I didn't know which way it was going to go.
Obviously, Deji had the home advantage because the fight was in England. Alex, I believe, is American. So the fact that Alex isn't fighting on his turf, he's fighting on Deji's soil. Naturally, the advantage would be with Deji. Also because Alex has never fought before, whereas Deji, excluding this most recent match, has had 2 matches.
Obviously, you were the better man, but Deji had quite good defense. He was slipping well. Did you notice that?
Oh, his agility was on point. I couldn't believe how fast he was. I think with a little bit more time, it'll be even closer fight than it was this time.
People may get a bit cocky and arrogant if they come out on top in a boxing match, but in that particular clip, Alex seemed to be pretty level-headed, gave credit to his opponent, Deji.
There's a lot of people I wanted to get this done for, a lot of people that look up to me, and I just hope that I made a lot of people proud.
Obviously, Alex has a big channel, a big audience, so yeah, a lot of people are probably watching him during the fight, wanting him to win. Same with Deji as well, obviously both 2 massive YouTubers.